Today I'm going to take you through a game speed curvilinear running session. We're going to do some curve runs, some variations and transitions into curved running, and then we're going to also get in some plyometrics. Before you do this, make sure that you go through a warm-up. Just make sure your body temperature is elevated and you're warmed up enough where you are ready to move fast from the get-go. This workout is intended for athletes with a good base of the foundational movement patterns. They can move fairly well. They're pretty good at transitioning between those movements, and we're just going to try to refine some of those skills, add a little bit more speed and coordination and power to those things. Let's get started. So first thing I'm going to do is just work on transitioning from one side into the other side and working on a cut off of the outside edge. So this isn't necessarily like a curved run. It's more of like an angled lateral run forward into a cut, but working on transitioning, getting a good angle for later on when we do a serpentine run and we're kind of going sideways. We'll just go out, back. We'll do 2 reps on each side. Next thing we have is going to be a transition from a split stance into a curved run. So later on, we're going to be doing a cut into a curved run, and this is just the start of that. When we go into our split stance, more weight on the front part of the leg, get a good drive outside the center mass, and then from there, we'll go into the curve. And we'll do this 2 times each side. And then we're going to do a quickness drill called a Munoz drill. So you can see there's tape on the ground here. Might be kind of hard to see because it's kind of faded, but it's about 6 inches apart and the lines are staggered on each side. So we're going to kind of go like diagonal, starting at the last box here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go back to the beginning, and we're going to do that 3 times through. We're just working on the inside and outside edges here and really just trying to be quick through this. And we'll go 2 more series of those 3 exercises. Each time we're just trying to coordinate the movement a little bit better. Think about our angles, think about our trunk rotation and positioning as we do these drills. And when doing these drills, it's okay to be a little bit out of breath. We just don't want to make it where that's going to be the limiting factor to limit our speed when we're doing these things. And then we'll go 2 reps going the other direction. And then we'll go 1 more time through. When we do these, we also want to think about slamming on the brakes at the end of the drill, because we want to get used to being able to stop on a dime whenever we need to. And as we go around the semicircle, think about continuing to accelerate the whole time as you go around it. So now we're going to add a little bit more distance to that curve drill in the form of, we've increased the distance that we're going out. We've also increased the distance this way another couple of yards. And we're going to add in, instead of just starting from that split stance, now we're going to go an extra step into the side step, into a curved run, as if we were approaching a defender, trying to create an angle and then go around them. And we're just going to do one of these on each side. Next drill that we're going to do is going to be a drill to separate the upper body and lower body. I have a 10-pound plate here. And if we think about, if we were doing a curved run and we're curving side to side, the ability of the trunk to rotate the opposite direction of the hips to get going there a little bit faster plays a critical role in the speed at which we're able to change direction. So we're going to start in a narrow stance, and whatever leg goes back, we're going to rotate to that opposite direction. So if I drive my left leg back, I'm going to rotate over my right side here. I'll just go 6 on each side. Next drill is going to be a side-to-side hop or a zigzag hop going forward. And the higher we lift the leg, the more force we have into the ground. So we don't necessarily want to keep it low to the ground like that. Try to get a little bit of knee height as you go into it. And we'll go anywhere from like 6 to 10 total reps each side. Just kind of see what your response off the ground looks like. And we'll go 2 more sets of those drills. And right before we make this cut, think about right before your foot strikes, try to start opening up your upper body, that new direction of travel. And now with these zigzag hops, just try to make them consistent in terms of jump height, distance side to side, and also distance going forward each rep. Last set. When we do this, right before we rotate, make sure we have a neutral spine, because we can rotate further with a neutral spine than we can if we're hunched over. So make sure we start in that neutral spine position. We also want to make sure that we're ripping that plate each time. And we have our last set of the hops. All right, last 3 drills that we have. First one is going to be a lateral run into a curved run. So think we're moving to the side. We see a defensive player approaching us, and we have to take an angle around in order to cut to the outside. And we'll do this once each direction. Next drill we have is a serpentine run or an S run. And just basically, we're just weaving in and out, trying to keep as much speed as we can, even trying to build speed if possible. And now what determines whether we're building speed or maintaining speed is the spacing of the cones. So sometimes I like to do it without cones, and that's what I'll do today. Sometimes I will have cones working on wider angles. And now so much of curved running is getting the edge off of the inside of the foot, but also getting the edge off of the outside of the foot. So we're gonna go a hop into a bound off of the outside edge of the foot. So I'm gonna go with my left foot, land on my left foot, and then angle to the left side. We'll go 3 of these each side. And as you're doing these, just try to work on different angles and different edges. If you notice you didn't quite get as much of a cut as you want to, like I did on that second rep, and really focus on that the next time. All right, 2 more sets. Let's do it. And on this run, I'm covering about 15 yards. You could certainly make this a little bit longer if you wanted to. And when we do this hop into a bound, the height of the knee once again determines the intensity that we're getting off the ground. If we keep our leg low, there's not going to be much intensity when our foot hits the ground. So we want to think about getting that knee up. All right, last set of everything for the day. And on this, I'm going to try to focus more when I make that transition, getting a wider step in order to create a better change of direction. And also, once we make that transition, we're really trying to get a lean into the curve. Last one of these. Then we'll finish up this game speed curvilinear workout here. So that's an example of a game speed curvilinear running session where we did some plyos, we did some linking skills prior to going into the curve run. If you felt like you got something out of this, little tips, anything like that, please like, share, subscribe. We're going to be putting more content out like this. If you want programs that involve sessions like this, go to multidirectionalpower.com and you can check them out there.